and Hitler, they told the German scientists and in all their investigation, scientific investigation, they were told that, listen, we're going to give you two choices. Either you can come to the United States and teach and further this science, or we'll take you to the Nuremberg trials and hang you for genocide. So that's Werner von Braun. He was a German. He did the V2 rockets, all this stuff, the security, the mind control that Mengele had, the idea of being able to shatter the mind. See, the mind can be traumatized. Just like you take a mirror, you can drop it, and you can shatter the mind. And when that mind is shattered or just totally traumatized, you can begin to reprogram it. And that's what Mengele was went in and done superior work at. This has been done by in the United States as MK Ultra. The movie Conspiracy, with what's his name in there? The movie, I forget the name of it. What's his name? Conspiracy Theory.
Conspiracy Theory?
That was MK Ultra, the CIA design. Let me say this, for you to understand what I'm saying and cut it short. When we went to war against Korea, you had, and most of the pilots were white. They were basically Southern. Some of your best soldiers are Southern. Mm-hmm. Very. So what happened was that when they went to war and they were shot down in Korea, by the Chinese, mm-hmm. the term brainwashing came back because, listen, you had a white capitalist guy, so when he came back out of the concentration camps, they had flipped his mind. He was an avid communism. His whole personality had changed. So they said, man, they had been brainwashed.
Okay.
So the process that was part of the secret societies, it had been perfected here, given to the Chinese, and it was also given to Mengele. And what he did, he's perfected it. He perfected this whole thing of being able to traumatize people or shatter their mind and reprogram them where they become a roboton.
Okay, and is this true? I had read where Mengele eventually he went to Brazil.
Right.
And there was an awful lot of twins that was born during that period that he was there. So was he doing experiments when he went to Brazil?
They continued. He was in and out of the United States.
that you know what? And Mengele, so basically, when these people came from Germany and they came to the United States and they went to Russia, did they bring some of that ideology?
They came out
and premise that they incorporated into the military-industrial complex?
They became very prominent. They became very powerful, and very powerful positions here in the United States. They had developed a very strong, intelligent network that fought against communist Russia and the communists. That whole network was shifted here, and under the CIA, they became very powerful and influenced in fighting communism.
Yeah. And Brother Dawa, you know what? Adolf Hitler also had a minister of propaganda. How was he so effective in using the news media to manipulate the people to make them think that they was a master race and they should rule the world? I'm gonna ask both of y'all that question. He was the minister of propaganda, means, so.
Well, I remember, since you brought up minister of propaganda, I remember when I was in Saudi Arabia, in Iraq, in the first Gulf War. I remember the radio station would come on, the BBC, and it would be the people of Arab descent, and they would speak to us. And they would say, hey, you black soldiers sitting in the corner, why are you here fighting the white man's war? That was very effective to me and all of the black soldiers, because we were actually—
Tokyo Rose, too.
We were actually in the corner in Tent City. I remember I was sitting right in the corner when I heard the radio, when I heard it come on. And we have to understand what medium or media is. It's like a medium in between you and the Most High, or between the people and the so-called unseen or the spiritual realm. And I'm pretty sure he had gained information and knowledge from people prior, as Dr. Lee Warren said before, from the Egyptians. They got all this information and knowledge and secrets from the Egyptians when they raided the tombs, and they went over there and they was trying to find all this information about how these people conquered and how they were so great and how they were so wonderful. Of course, they took that information and they used it to a T. That's how he was so.
And
successful.
during Hitler's reign, Prescott Bush, it's noted that he gave capital to Adolf Hitler. Why would he do something like that? I mean, that was the ex-president Bush's great-grandfather, great-grandfather.
The Junior's great. That would be his grandfather.
Yeah. Why would he do something like that?
Well, the idea was to. Why did he do that? They were financing Hitler. Hitler's job was to change the face of Europe, which he did. Basically, destroyed Russia. He weakened Russia. Russia was defeated, and all the military powers were defeated in Europe, except for the United States. They became the grand master power after World War after World War II. So
but I guess what I'm asking is why would Prescott Bush do something like that, and Jews were being exterminated?
Listen, it comes back to the idea of to understand that that's a whole conversation in what they call the Hegelian dialectic. In order to create change, you create an opposite. So Hitler was there to create an opposite, to reform or reshape. They knew war when they fought the first war. And actually in the 1800s, they knew there would be 3 wars.
Okay.
We had 2. And they had planned them to a T. And each war changed. So the quickest way you can change any society is go to war.
Okay.
And what happened after World War II? The women went to factories. Mm-hmm. It changed. America was forever changed after World War II. It could never go back to the way it was prior to World War War II. So you're talking about propaganda. Well, they said that Saddam had weapons of mass destruction. They said that those 2 buildings that fell in 9/11, the 2 planes knocked them down. That's propaganda. And damn well, there's never been in the history of steel frames, buildings burning 2 or 3 days that's never collapsed. So Saddam never had weapons of mass destruction. He was financed by the Bush administration, the first one, to fight Persia or Iran, and they were supposed to be both weakened.
Oh, wow. So basically, Brother Dawa, what I want to ask is, once they came over from Germany after they were defeated, and Dr. Lee warned, did the scientists and intellectuals, did they carry on the war that Hitler had lost in Germany, and the intellects being brought to the United States to carry on his mission?